Guys, what's up? And guess what? It's time for another manga first impressions video. Let's get into this. So, what are we talking about today? We are talking about a manga, but more specifically, we are talking about an isekai manga. Whoa, before you run away, hear me out. This one's a little different. It isn't that SAO stuff or that dot hack stuff that you see. We are talking about a reincarnation manga. And I was actually kind of excited for this one. Although I'm not excited for the title because it has a very, very long title. We are looking at Woof Woof Story I Told You to Turn Me Into a Pampered Pooch, not FENRIR. That is what we are looking at. This is based on a light novel. Let's get into it and see what's going on. So, as our story starts out, our main protagonist dies from being overworked. And he's like, oh, I hate this life. It's so hard. Oh. You know, he dies. He's like, I just want to be a pampered pooch. And as he says that and he dies, he sees this like goddess appear. And she's like, sure, we can do that. Then out of nowhere, he wakes up and he's a little puppy dog. He's like, so cute little puppy. He's like, "Wow, wow, 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 wow. I'm a puppy. Wow, wow, wow." He's like, what's going on? Who are you, giant girl person? Like, what's going on? And he meets his owner, Mary, who is wealthy, cute, and very smart. That's his words, not mine. His words. And he's like, I guess I can live with you, even though I'm a dog. And 1 month goes by, and he's like, they're like, he just grows huge, and the person who's in charge of security, like their head knight, she's like, we gotta get rid of this guy, this dog. He's just too big. He'd be a ferocious animal. And everybody's like, I don't know. He seems okay. He seems cute and adorable. Which she is not having that whatsoever. And Routa, that's who the dog's name is, Routa wants to do is just be pampered, be loved, have an easy going life. Little does he know, he's not going to get that. There's some of the artwork right there. Later on, he has some conflict with the woman, or the head guard, Zenobia. She's like, I know what you are. You're a monster. And she tries to hit him with her sword. Sword breaks. She starts crying. She's like, oh. And then, like, that's all well and good. She leaves. Mary wants to go on a walk or go out to the lake, and they're not allowed to because Zenobia is gone. Their security is gone. And so Routa and Mary go off. He senses that there's monsters around. She falls asleep. He tries to go after the monsters. He finds out that he has laser powers. He has lasers that shoot out of his mouth. He goes, "Brrr!" And like lasers shoot out of his mouth. And he's like, what? He like freaks out. And he goes later on, leaves, goes back, finds out that there are other wolves like him called the Finn, like wolf. And he is their leader. And he's like, no. I am not your leader. They're like, oh, because you returned, you get to like lead us, and basically we get to destroy the humans. And then he's like, no. We're not going to destroy the humans. We're going to like love them and, protect them and stuff like that. And they're like, but we don't like humans, They're mean to us. And he's like, no, they're good. See, I'll tell you. And he gives them sausage that he had brought with him for a snack. He needed a road snack. And they're like, oh, okay. So, like, we'll listen to you. You're our king as of all this stuff. We'll listen to you and whatnot. So, as this is all going on, other things happen. At one point, Routa accidentally eats all of his food supply at home, and so he has to go hunting. Well, the chef forces him to go hunting, and he meets up with his wolf I don't know what you would call them, subjects. And they're like, hey, he's like, hey, can you help me hunt? Because I don't know how to do anything. I'm still learning about my powers. And that's for sure. He doesn't know really a lot about what he can do. He's still trying to figure out this world and like what's going on. Because all he wants to do is just lay around and be a dog. He wants to be a dog. He doesn't want to have to fight or hunt, which that's pretty funny. The interactions he has with his subjects or pack is really hysterical. Like, because they're like, what are you talking about? Like, you're the strongest of all of us, which is funny. One thing, I'm not going to spoil too much of this because there is more to the story, but I just wanted to give you a little synopsis of what's going on, The interactions with him and Mary are really cute and adorable. And when he makes his little puppy face, he's like, oh, it's so adorable and cute. Like, see here some of his faces that he makes. He's very expressive in the faces that he makes, which I thought were really funny. Every time he speaks, he says bark or grr at the beginning of every sentence. And as well as the other wolves do, and there's a cat later on that he meets that says meow right before every sentence. It'll be interesting to see what the actual conflict going forward in this story is going to be, because they show shades of what might happen towards the end of the book, but I'm not really for sure what's going to happen. I thought the humor was really funny. There was one point when I put a shame sign on it around his neck, which like a lot of people do with their dogs when they get in trouble, which I thought that was hilarious. I thought he was funny, like Routa, his just wanting to like bum around and whatnot. One thing I have to say I didn't really care for about this book would be there was a lot of dialogue in this first volume. There were some parts of this where I was like, oh my god, like, when is the dialogue gonna, like, end? There's just so many speech bubbles and whatnot, I was like, let the art take a break. So, I want to continue this series, but it's up in the air. I'm going to give it a volume 2 and check out volume 2. I did enjoy volume 1, but we'll have to see, will we get like more of a mainstream story, or will we continue with this sort of slice of life-ish type of scenario where he's just bumming around and with his dog friends and hanging out with Mary and whatnot, and we'll see. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. Go check it out if you're interested. Sorry. It's also a light novel. I hear it's pretty good as well. The artwork is actually really solid in this. I really enjoyed all the artwork. I enjoyed the characters. They were nice, cute, and adorable, fun. So I'm Otaku Mike. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know down in the comments down below on whether you're going to check this out, or you're just like, I don't care about isekais. Isekais are not my thing. That's perfectly fine, But anyways, check it out if you're interested. It's not a bad read.